Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to schedule Google Meet from Elementor form submission. So I'm managing a business consultancy firm, and to manage all the inquiries as well as the meetings of the clients, I have created a separate form with the help of Elementor forms. I have attached this form on my website, and now my objective is that whenever a client is going to submit this form for the inquiry, automatically a meeting will be scheduled with the help of Google Meet and will be updated in my calendar. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up the connection between Elementor Forms and Google Meet, and that we are going to do without any coding and programming skills, simply with the help of Pabbly Connect. So if you also want to learn this amazing automation for your business, for that you have to come towards my screen. Welcome to my screen everyone. So in this video, we are going to learn how to schedule Google Meets for Elementor form submission. So here, as a part of my business consultancy firm, we are regularly organizing meetings for different clients. We are regularly organizing consultancy meetings for different clients. Now, in order to organize these meetings and to manage them effectively, I have created a separate consultation request form for the clients with the help of Elementor Forms. I have attached this form on my website, and my objective is that whenever a client is going to submit this form with their details and the reason for the consultation for which they want to attend the meeting, then automatically a Google Meet should be scheduled and should be updated on my Google Calendar. Okay, along with this, an invitation will also be sent automatically to the client who has submitted this form according to the date and time for which they have opted for the consultancy meeting. Alright. Now, in order to automate this entire process, we will have to build a connection between the form which we have created and Google Meet. So here I am going to build the connection between Elementor Forms and Google Meet, and that I am going to do without any coding and programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. So Pabbly Connect is an amazing automation and integration software which helps us to automate all our repetitive tasks without the requirement of any coding and any programming skills. So let's get started quickly. With the help of Pabbly Connect, now we are going to build the connection between our Elementor form, between the consultancy form which we have created and our Google Meet. Okay, so here I am on my home page of Pabbly Connect, where we can reach by typing the URL pabbly.com/connect in our browser. After coming over here, we will find two options: sign in and sign up for free. So in case if you are already an existing user, just click on sign in to log into your account. But if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button. It is going to create a free new account for you just in 2 minutes. Also, when you will do that, you will be receiving 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. So as an existing user here, I'm going to click on sign in currently. Now this is all apps section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. To create our automation, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. Now over here we are on the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So on our dashboard we can find all the workflows which we have created, and to save these workflows separately, we can also create separate folders on the same dashboard. Now to create a new workflow, we are going to click on this create workflow option. As we have done that, you can see a dialog box is appear in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to the workflow. So first of all, I'm going to give a name over here. Schedule Google Meet from Elementor form submission. After giving the name to my workflow, I'm going to select the folder. So you can see I have a list of folders over here, and I've created a separate folders for all the meetings, all the tasks and projects of my team members to manage my task and my teams. So here I'm going to select the folder which I've created for the automations for these tasks. So I'm going to select automations for team and task management as my folder, and here I'm going to click on create. As soon as we have done that, you can see a new screen is open in front of us. The screen contains two extremely important windows, and this is actually a blank workflow which we have to fill in order to set up the automation. Now, these extremely important windows are trigger and actions. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the two main concepts, the principles, or we can say these are the building blocks on which the entire automation runs. Here the trigger says when this happens, and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can add as many action steps as we want. Now let's suppose my objective is that whenever an Elementor form will be submitted by my client, then only meeting should be scheduled in Google Meet, otherwise not. Then automatically a meeting should be scheduled in Google Meet for that same client. Okay, so here we are going to take, let's say, Elementor in trigger and Google Meet in action. When we are going to build the connection between these applications, we will clearly see that action is going to follow what the trigger commands. Because when the trigger happens, that means when the form is submitted for the consultancy meeting in Elementor forms, then only the meeting will be scheduled for that same person, otherwise not. So after understanding the whole concept of trigger and action, let us quickly start creating our automation step by step. To start with our workflow, first of all, we have to select our trigger application. Over here, our trigger application will be Elementor. So let's select that. Then we have to select the trigger event. Trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or it is going to start. So new form submission will be our trigger event over here. As we have done that, now whenever a new form will be submitted in Elementor, automatically the response will be captured inside Pabbly Connect. In order to capture that response every time, we have to basically set up the connection between Elementor and Pabbly Connect. And how we are going to do that? By simply using this webhook URL which we have received. So we need to insert this webhook URL inside our form, inside our Elementor form which we want to connect, and as we will do that, the response will be automatically captured, because then the webhook URL is going to act as a bridge for transferring the data of every new form submission from Elementor towards Pabbly Connect. And how we are going to insert that webhook URL inside our Elementor form. For that, we have received some instructions over here. We have to follow the instructions given over here exactly step by step. So let's copy the webhook URL and then I'm going to tell you what you are exactly supposed to do. So first of all, I will take you towards my Elementor account, and over here this is the form which I have selected, which I want to connect with my Pabbly Connect account. Consultation request form. So because I want to build the connection between this form and Pabbly Connect, we have to select the form. You will complete the form by adding the fields which you want according to your choice from the form field section. And from the left side, when you will complete the form, you will find the option of actions after submit. You have to select that option. Now over here, when you will come towards action after submit option, you will have to add the action what you want. I want to send the response towards webhook, so webhook will be my action over here. Let's select that. Then as we have selected the action as webhook, here we have the option of webhook once again. So let's click on this webhook option and we have the webhook URL field. In this webhook URL field, we have to paste the webhook URL which we have copied from Pabbly Connect. And as we have done that, now we are going to click on update. So we have successfully updated our form by inserting webhook URL inside it, and we have connected the form with Pabbly Connect. Now we are going to click on this preview changes to open the form so that we can submit it further. Okay, so the form is open in front of us. Now I'm going to take you back towards Pabbly Connect. It is showing waiting for webhook response over here. So that means what we are supposed to do, we have to do a test submission so that the response could be captured. Test submission of the form which we have recently connected. So we have opened the form over here. When I'm going to submit this form, automatically the response of the form will be captured inside Pabbly Connect. So let's submit the form currently with some dummy details. Let's say the name of the client who is requesting for the consultation is Smart Client. Let's say the email of this client is smart56@pablytudes.com. This is a random email. Now I'm going to enter a random phone number. And then here the client will have to enter the reason for the consultation as well, for which reason they want the consultancy. So here I'm going to enter the consultation reason as, let's say, for guidance on digital marketing strategies and how to optimize my website for better customer engagement. After giving the reason for the consultation, now the client will have to select the date, on which date they want the meet. Okay, so here let's suppose I'm going to select the date as 4th of November, Monday. Alright, then here we have to select the preferred time. So the client will select the time according to their choice at which time they want the meeting. So here let's suppose I'm going to select, first of all, 10 a.m. Okay, so I have entered all the details. We have the preferred date and time. We have the reason for the consultation and the details of the client. Now after entering the details, I'm going to click on send. As we have done that, the form is submitted. So when we have submitted this form, now I'm going to take you back towards Pabbly Connect. For a few seconds, we will wait for the response over here. And the response is received. So over here you can see we have received all the details. First of all, we have the name of the form, that is contact form. We have the form ID. We have received the reason for the consultation which the client has entered. Here we have the preferred time of the client. We have name of the client, their phone number, email, and the date on which they want the meeting. Okay, as we have received this response, now our objective is to use the response for creating the meeting, for scheduling the meeting in Google Meet. So let's move towards our action step. We will select our action application as Google Meet. So let's select that quickly. Then we have to select the action event, that will be schedule a meeting. As we have done that, let's click on connect. Now to build this connection, we have two options, add new connection and select existing connection. So in case if you already have an existing connection, just go with that. But to create a new connection, you have to go towards add new connection section and you have to click on sign in with Google. Over here, you have to select the specific account. And now Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access your Google account. So let's click on allow. As we have done that, the authorization has become successful and the connection between Google Meet and Pabbly Connect is also successful. So you have to select your specific Google Calendar in which you want the Meet to be added. So I'm going to select my calendar over here, Visionary Solutions Consultancy. Okay, then you have to provide the summary. That means the title of the event. The title is the meeting. So here I'm going to enter the summary as New Consultancy Meeting. After giving the title to the meeting, here I'm going to provide the description. So in the description, I'm going to simply use the reason for the consultancy which the client has submitted in the form. So as we have received all these details of the client in our earlier response, so instead of entering these details manually, we will simply map the data. Here I'm going to map the reason for consultation, and here it is mapped. When we have mapped this data like this from our previous response, it becomes dynamic, and with each and every new response, automatically it is going to replace. Client is going to submit the consultancy request with the Elementor form, then automatically the description which we have mapped over here is going to replace with the new description of that new client. And in this way, we are going to automate the entire process of creating and scheduling the meetings. Now it is asking us the start date and the end date of the meeting. So here in the start date field, you have to enter the date and time for which the client has requested for the meeting, and you have to enter the date and time in the given format, that is in the UTC format. So now what you are supposed to do over here, because I have received the date and time separately, we have the date and the time. So I'm going to format the date and time in this UTC format. How we are going to do that? For that, we have to click on this add action step button in between, and we are going to use date time formatter for this. So let's click on date time formatter. Our action event will be format date with time zone. Date time formatter is the inbuilt feature of Pabbly which helps us to format the date and time of our workflow according to our requirements. Okay, now we are going to click on connect. As we have done that, now we are going to enter the date, the from format, to format, etc. So what is the date and time which you want to format? Here I have the date, then I have the time. So I have mapped them. Okay, now it is asking us from format. In which format you have received the date and time? So this is a simple format, year, month, date and the time. We have year, month, date and the time. So I have selected the from format. Then it is asking us to format. In which format you want the date? I want the date in the UTC format. UTC format is this, year, month, date and the time along with the T. So I have selected that. Then it is asking us from time zone. In which time zone you have received this date and time? I have received the date and time in Asia Kolkata time zone. I have selected from time zone and I want to convert this time zone into UTC. So I am going to search for UTC over here and I will select it. After entering all these details, let's click on save and send test request button, and over here we have received the start date and time in the correct format. So we are going to map this format over here now in the start date field. Then it is asking us the end date and time. So it is also to be entered in the UTC format. Now what will be my end date and time? Because I have not received it, I have decided that only 1 hour consultancy will be given to the client. So whichever date and time the client is going to select while submitting the form, I'm going to add 1 hour in that date and time, and after 1 hour the meeting will be ended. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 1 hour in the time which we have received. So we'll click on this add action step button once again. We'll select date time formatter once again in our action application. Then we will select our action event as add or subtract time. Let's click on connect. Now it is asking us enter the date in which you want to add the time. So here we have the date which we have already formatted. Now it is asking us the expressions. What you have to perform, I want to add 1 hour in this particular date and time. So here I'm going to enter plus 1 hour. Okay, done. Then we are going to select the to format. In which format we have received the date? We have received the date and time in the UTC format only. I'm going to select it and I want the same in the UTC format. Alright, let's click on save and send test request button, and here we have received the response. We have 1 hour added in the date and time, so we are going to map it as the end date and time now. Done. Now it is asking us the attendee email. To whom you want to send this meet? I want to send the mail to the client who has submitted the request. So here is the email. Now we are going to click on save and send test request button. And as we have done that, the response is captured and the meeting is ready. And also an event is created in our calendar. So now I'm going to take you towards my calendar first of all. We will go towards our calendar which we have selected. And over here you can see that the meeting is scheduled for 4th of November 2024. When I'm going to open this event, you can see we have received all the details. We have the guest to be attended. Okay. We have the guest over here, that is smart56@pabblitudes.com. We have the description as well for which the meeting is scheduled, and here we have all the details. Okay, now when I'm going to go towards the email of the person to whom we have added as a guest, then you will see that the invitation is also received. So I'm going to take you towards the email. We have the invitation over here and we have the meeting. The invitation is received to this smart client. Okay, as you can see here we have all the details. The person can click on this link to join the meeting. This means that the workflow is absolutely successful. So now whenever a new form will be submitted in Elementor, automatically a meeting will be scheduled in Google Meet for that same person who has submitted the form. In this way, you can also very easily create this amazing automation step by step without any coding and programming skills to automate your repetitive task of scheduling and sending the meeting links to your clients for their submission. I hope this automation is clear to you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such amazing applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any doubt, you can write us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you want to ask about the pricing, you can visit this website given over here. Do not forget to share our videos, like our video, and also subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.